What's up, everybody? So today's video is going to be on why I don't drive. Oh, this is a very touchy-feely subject for me. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you guys why I don't drive. So, ever since I was young, I had always assumed that I wasn't going to drive. And that I wasn't going to live that kind of lifestyle where I had to get into this big metal box and drive it down a road to get somewhere. No. I always was into the city. I remember I would tell my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to live in the city. I want to live somewhere like where there's public transportation. I want to be able to put myself in I had thought, a safe environment for myself. And I thought to myself, this is great. This is what I want. Sorry. And so I will tell you now that I am kind of living in a city. Kind of. Everything's really close by. There's like a laundromat, there's a pharmacy, there's a grocery store, there's a bowling alley, everything's kind of close by. And I love this lifestyle. I love the lifestyle of having everything so close. And, even, like, getting to work isn't too bad when I bike. Or I take the bus to work. But anyway, I did practice driving, like, my mom was like, I think you should really try to go driving, and you should practice driving, and my heart just wasn't in it, my soul wasn't in it, and I was like, I'm scared shitless, I don't want to do this. I don't think driving makes you an adult. They say it does, they say it's part of it, but it's not all of it. Being an adult means making good decisions for yourself. And I thought my best decision was to not put anybody else in danger of my fear. So I was like, I'm not going to do this. Flash forward like a year and a half later, after, me and my mom had sat down and had the conversation about it, I had gotten a girlfriend, and I had noticed that she had started to kind of, over the last, month or two, she kind of started to see like she just didn't want to be with me because I didn't drive. And I was like, well, that doesn't really make, like, or break a relationship. Like, it shouldn't define whether we're in a relationship or not. And she was like, well, I don't really want to be with somebody. I don't really want to be with somebody that, doesn't want to grow up and drive and have children and drive them in places and pick them up and be like, oh honey, you have to go pick them up because I don't drive. But that's okay because I really didn't want that to happen anyway. And I don't know, I just kind of felt like that was one of the main reasons why I just felt like the relationship was done, was because we were both going in different directions, I should say. But I have lived out what I feel my life is, and my life is taking the bus everywhere. It's basically getting on the bus, not having to worry, just standing at this stop at the end of the street, and waiting for the bus. And I love it. It's so much more convenient than trying to get into a car, get out of the parking spot, be scared shitless to get in the car, and to drive it to work, then try to find a parking spot, then be scared shitless to back out of the parking spot, and then be scared to drive home. And that was the thing with me, is that I had gotten, comfortable at, certain points when I was driving, like practicing, but I knew that just wasn't going to be the way I wanted my life to go. I want to live a very simple lifestyle. And so I'm basically a minimalist, and I feel like I don't need a lot of things to make me happy. I just need the basic necessities and some little entertainment. So that's usually like my TV and my bike over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that bike is my baby. That bike is my baby. Like, it is everything. Um, it is my form of transportation, and it works. You know, I get on it, I ride it to work, I ride it back to work, home from work. I'm sorry, it's like 11 at night, and I just decided I would come up with this video. So yeah, I just decided, like, I'm not gonna drive, and I'm sorry for everybody that wasted their time trying to teach me how to drive, but I just knew life is so short. Like, you shouldn't do something that's gonna scare you to the point where you're not gonna be living a life, where you're not gonna go enjoy yourself. So what am I doing now to get around? Well, I ride my bike, or I take a taxi or the bus, or an Uber. I'm really sorry, guys. Sorry for all the yawning. I really didn't plan to yawn today. But anyway, I decided to myself, alright, so if I do that, I can, go and live on my own. And I've proved that I've lived on my own without a car or a license, because that's the thing that I felt was holding me back, was not being able to drive was going to hold me back, to not be able to be independent. But that is not the case. Like, if you want to move out, you have to just do it. You have to go, and you gotta be like, yeah, it's really scary. So basically, let me put this in perspective for you guys. Moving out on my own was like driving. It was like that kind of accomplishment for me. I felt it was so much better than just getting a car, because, I still have freedom and more. And I don't know, so my friend, we're gonna call her my friend now because we're not together anymore. She was talking to me, and she was like, I don't understand why you don't want to drive. Like, you don't understand how easy it could be to just get in the car, and you wouldn't have to stand there for the bus, or whatever the case may be, whatever the story was that she had. And I was like, that's not what I want. I don't want to drive. I don't see the need to drive. There's really no need to do that. Like, I have a bike, and if it's a really shitty day, I will take a taxi to work, or I'll, bum a ride from somebody else. But normally, me being independent, I get my own ride, because that's the thing. If you can have reliable transportation to where you need to go, then it shouldn't matter. For me, my bike is reliable transportation in the summer and the spring, and towards the fall it gets really chilly, so I'm not riding my bike as much. And then throughout the winter, Uber and Lyft and taxis become my form of transportation. So it's a little more costly in the winter months than it is in the summer months. But it's okay, because oh, let's not mention the bus. Whenever I take the bus, I find that it's just so nice to just get on the bus and not have to worry about anything. And that's how I feel like life should be. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about how you're going to get to point A to point B. And one of the things that I really appreciate, like, now is, like, when my mom decides to come visit me or I go visit her, and she'll drive me home, but, it's okay, because I always have, like, the money to get on the bus if, she can't drive me home, or I just want to go home by myself, and I really don't want someone to drive me home. Um, but I love just being independent in the way that I want to be independent. And I don't feel like it defines me that I don't have a car. I used to let that thing bother me so much. The fact that I didn't have a chunk of metal that I sat in to go into work, I let that take the best of me. I let the idea of me not having a license define whether I was going to be independent or not. And that was the thing that really broke me when I failed my driver's test. It wasn't the fact that I failed my driver's test. I had put so much weight on this driver's test thinking that it was going to define the rest of my life. And it really didn't. You know, if you still think about it, you don't want to be far away from work. You kind of want everything to be close by because you don't want to waste all this money to go to work and not have it be worth it. I am close by to work. It is like about a 11-minute drive or a 51-minute bike ride, so under an hour. I usually can get to work, so we'll just say an hour. And it's a little, like, weird to ride my bike, but hey, it gets me to work, and the goal is to get myself to work and back. Um, Whenever I need to go grocery shopping, I never really bike home with, the groceries. Like, I used to do that when I used to live with my mom, but I don't anymore, so I'm gonna have to make a video comparing and contrasting the differences of living alone versus living with my mom. So that'll be my next video. So thank you guys so much for watching it. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.